We've long suspected that when Trump loses his polling advantage, he is unlikely to respond in a rational, mature fashion. And now he is losing regularly in polls to Ben Carson, and he is not disappointing us. He's lashing out in an extremely childish way. We've got 2 video clips for you. In the first, you're going to see Trump attacking Carson's belt buckle knife story, and you're going to see that right here.
He took a knife, and he went after a friend, and he lunged that knife into the stomach of his friends, but lo and behold, it hit the belt. It hit the belt, and the knife broke. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. The knife broke. Let me tell you, I'm pretty good at this stuff. So, I have a belt. Somebody hits me with a belt. It's going in because the belt moves this way. It moves this way. It moves that way. He hit the belt buckle. Anybody have a knife? You want to try it on me? Believe me, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna be successful. But he took the knife, he went like this, and he plunged it into the belt. And amazingly, the belt stayed totally flat, and the knife broke. How stupid are the people of Iowa? How stupid are the people of the country to believe this crap?
I'd ask the same of the people in the stadium around you. So that's obviously bad, but it does actually get worse. So we're going to combine our commentary. I want you to see this, where he brings up the possibility of a pathological disease in Ben Carson, and he makes multiple references to child molesters.
He said he's got pathological disease. He actually said pathological temper, and then he defined it as disease. So he said he has pathological disease. Now, if you're pathological, there's no cure for that, folks. If you're a child molester, a sick puppy, you're a child molester, there's no cure for that. There's only one cure. We don't want to talk about that cure. That's the ultimate cure. No, there's 2. There's death and the other thing. But if you're a child molester, there's no cure. They can't stop you. Pathological, there's no cure. Now, he said he was pathological. Okay.
That's amazing delivery there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got just write a fucking speech, dude.
Seriously, write it down.
No, I disagree with you. Okay, so hear me out on this. So first of all, there's a couple of things he did massively wrong there. So don't get me wrong. So when he says how stupid are the people of Iowa, don't say that. Don't say that. Okay, that's really bad idea. Really bad politics.
Yeah.
Right. Comparing him to a child molester is like weirdly beyond the pale.
Yeah, but he only said it a bunch of times.
But he only said it like 8 times, right? And then I like how he says there's only two solutions. You know, you kill him or the child molester cut his dick off, right? Or balls off or whatever, right? So like he's talking about insane shit, right? So I got it, right? But it's not a trite political speech like when Marco Rubio talks, and then the best of America is yet to come, and I believe we should do zero-based budgeting, and then, right? When Trump's talking and he's doing the belt trick, right? That's gold. He didn't have him in the beginning because they like Ben Carson. You could even, they were not, normally at a Trump thing, they're like, yeah, let's bomb the bad guys, right?
Ben Carson's approval rating, I think, among Republicans is over 80.
It's far higher than Trump.
So you can even see it. Funny enough, the crowd had low energy, right, as he's attacking Ben Carson. But he won them over with the belt thing, right?
I don't know that he did.
I think he did.
I think he did. I think Ben Carson is the second choice of a lot of people sitting behind Donald Trump at that podium.
I think you're both right. He won him over a little bit, but that said, it's still he seemed the thing that makes Donald Trump good, that worked with people, that sort of authenticity, that often you're going to see something from a politician you don't see. I think that seemed unhinged.
That seemed like an idealized version of the uncle that you have, or the grandfather who you're at Thanksgiving and he just gets drunk and he starts talking about the Mexicans. That's all it is, except that he's standing on a podium and he's surrounded by thousands of people instead of just making you uncomfortable while you're just trying to eat at the kids' table. It's the same thing, basically.
I hear
By
you,
the way, Ben Carson makes a perfect cat. I don't know if anybody, can you see there? That's great.
I love that we got a shot of with his eyes closed. That's
What does it say, though, about the state of the evangelical right? That it's not enough to be a Christian. It's not enough to be a Bible thumper. It's not enough to be devout and to take your direction, as I said, develop your fiscal policy based on the tithe system. What does it say that you have to have had some sort of Pauline conversion on the road to Damascus? No pun intended, because no one's going to Damascus at the moment. But what does it say about the state of the belief system that you have to have turned a corner thanks to the Lord coming into your life? And you have to, to use his language, you were pathological, you were a bad egg, you were a thug.
You were going to be a murderer.
You were going to be a murderer. You very were. And it was at that moment you had that moment of realization. And why did I have that moment of realization? Because God spoke to me. What does it say about that? And I don't know the answer.
No, I do know the answer, because it's not, they love that story because part of it is broader, which is they know that they've got problems, right?
Yeah.
And they like the idea that Jesus can save them. So they like to see a story where Jesus saved a guy that was even in worse shape than
That's
them,
true.
right?
That's true.
And then the other part of it is more specific. Blacks are violent, okay? And the only thing that can save them is Jesus. So here's a black kid who was dumb, didn't know anything about chemistry until an angel whispered it in his dream, right? And then he got a 97. Okay, that's his story. That's literally his story.
Yeah.
We have tape on.
Angels can't get
right.
hundreds.
And who's a young black kid who was incredibly violent and wanted to hit his mom with a hammer and stab kids and stuff. And the only thing that could save a black kid like that is Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, they eat that up. They
That's right.
love
That's
that,
exactly
right? So that's why he peddles that story. But I
and
think
so because it justifies, you could like Ben Carson, but the rest of them that haven't found Jesus, they'll stab you.
That's right. And so that's why, but I think Trump did a good job. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I made a similar point, which is there's no way that belt buckle story is true, right?
Yeah, of course it's not true.
And it's because when you go to stab someone and you just miraculously happen to hit a giant Texas belt buckle, right?
It's one of those
and
big
it
ones.
broke
We've
you
all
or bent
stabbed
the
a lot
knife.
of people. We know what we're talking about.
That is this most obvious lie there is, right? So when Trump does that in his theatrical way, I think he wins some portion of the audience over. But overall, in the macro picture, just the fact that he's fun and he's an entertaining guy, as clownish and ridiculous as he is, I think is the reason why he's beating all the rest.
I think they like the belt thing because it's a miracle. And I think that they want that sort of, he was saved from killing someone miraculously by the grace of God.
Cenk's right in the sense that I'm out trying to predict how these people are going to react to these people. Right?
Right.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how the Republican voted. I don't know what their mind is doing. But I like it that it makes both of them unelectable.